What's up? How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing? Okay, so y'all haven't seen me in a while. Oh, I shouldn't try it on that. I tried to lean it up against this little stage I got in the back because I don't like looking so down. So we'll do it over here. Okay, so plus the lighting's a little better. But this is for Facebook, but it's really for my YouTube page. And I know y'all haven't seen me in a while, so let me explain it to you. Because a lot of my Facebook family and friends, they have heard this. I was sick for a while, a minute. And then at the end of November into December, I was in the hospital. And you know, I had to have surgery and everything. And that is why you guys haven't heard anything from me. Because Kana's health is really important. And then with all the holidays and everything, I'm trying to play catch up and, you know, make family plans and stuff like that. You know, I had to take a little break. I wasn't asleep while I was gone. I seen a lot that has been going on and a little disappointed, little disappointed. But even while I was sick, you know, I was getting a little bit of it, you know, which I thought was kind of weak and sad. You know, that you had people reaching out on my Facebook. People who I know they think I don't know who they are. They were YouTube people. And I did have a lot of YouTube people like try to Facebook request me, and I just can't because I don't know people like that, and I just don't want anybody on my page. I'm gonna try to get better with that because my daughter always reminds me, Mom, you can't really get going if you don't, you know, let people in and share. But you know, maybe I'll make another Facebook. But I don't want people on my Facebook really that I don't know. So, but the person that was on my Facebook, really, you know, on this YouTube Kanika stuff, I know who you are. I know which one you are. I know you think I don't, but I do. And I really was kind of confused because I was like, I really kind of looked up to this person, but to see that this person is kind of no different, it was just... For me, it was like, okay. So I know a lot's been going on. I really like T-Night. I think he keeps it real. And so right now, he's one of the ones I kind of respect. But every time I put somebody's name out there, it's like I get disappointed. So I just hope that he lives out because he's been consistent so far. He apologizes when he needs to, and he's just straight up with his storyline. So for that, I personally can respect you. Everybody else, I keep quiet because I don't really know what's going on. Everybody know my feelings about certain ones that I think just really bring an injustice to Kanika and her family. So much slander. But hopefully I won't be on here too long because... You know, I want to get straight to the point, so let me get straight to the point. The night, I've probably seen this like everybody else, but I was just too sick to interact. But the night, which was Thanksgiving night, I believe, when Zach TV did the interview with Irene, and it came out, and then there was, the next day, there was the other interview with the two young men. And I'm just going to be straight up. I think they all full of crap, okay? But I want to show y'all, you know, the storyline that Irene gave was so inconsistent that it was hurtful because now you know for sure that these people set this girl up to be killed. There's no doubt about it. Now, I was going to do a video before the year was out, but I think what really made me get on here before Sunday is this last video that went viral about the crazy stripper making all these slanderous, I'm talking slanderous accusations, which she just was bad-ish crazy, for real. And so I just felt real sorry for her, real talk. Thank you for all the love who's doing that. So let's get to it, shall we? And the first thing, let me see, where did I get this? I want to give homage to Anything Goes. It's the Kanika Jenkins. Irene tells her side of the story. So I want to make sure I give homage to everyone, and I will have you posted down in my bio box. So that if you need to go to the original page, you will be able to do so and, do your own investigation or, clarifying information that you want to clarify. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me set the stage because, it was funny. The night I was sick, I was sick, but, this night I felt better. I got my strength up to cook my little Thanksgiving meal. And so when the interview came on late at night, because I couldn't sleep, I couldn't sleep. I seen this interview and I started writing stuff down. So, you know how a lot of people say there were 2 rooms. There were 2 rooms. No. Irene said it was only 1 room. When they got to the drunk part, and I'm going to show another part. When they got to the drunk part of, Monifa questioning Kanika, and Kanika replies, "I'm not drunk." Irene said, yeah, when Kanika say she not drunk, that means she drunk. She put their friendship in years. So, she's trying to make credible that how much she know Kanika, you know what I'm saying? So we've been friends for a long time. We all from the hood. So, she's trying to let us in on she knows Kanika's behavior. But so many things say that she wasn't drunk. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you why I know this girl wasn't drunk. And this is, before I show this video that's going to tell you that, Irene slipped up. And I was so upset a little bit with Zach TV because he wasn't really listening. And I know the brother wants to do interviews and journal, but he need to take some classes. Like we all do. We all doing this off the strength. But once you see you did something wrong, you gotta go back and correct it. I think if he don't really know how to do interviews, he should just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe watch some Matt Lauer or Oprah, some Barbara Walters, and get a great idea how to really conduct an interview, because he had stuff where, even though this was like one of those, okay, I'm gonna call it like it is, ghetto interviews, I am going to say he still did something a lot of people didn't do. He got to talk to them and he won their trust. I think that he didn't allow himself to be an interviewer. He involved himself, and I think that's where, kind of the interview went wrong to me, because he would ask him a question and then he would also introduce the answer to the questions he was asking. He wasn't allowing them or her to answer her own questions, answer the question, period. He was insinuating stuff and really giving them answers to go off of, which is terrible. But I just think that he wasn't listening, and because there were things that she was saying and he should have said, "Who was that? What time was that?" and let her answer. He was missing all of that. So, but I'm still proud of him because he got information that still helps. I always say everything helps. Everything is cooking in the pot and it delivers. So before I go, let's see. Before I go to the they're not drunk part, I don't think Kanika was drunk. And there's 2 new videos about Kanika really not being drunk. But before I go there, I want y'all to see how in this video, Irene got stuck. And I want y'all to see that, this question, I was like, wait a minute. But I'm going to ask the question after I give you this footage. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So, I'm going to take it back just a little bit. And then I'm going to full screen it. Let's full screen. Okay. And so we're going to... All right. So I'm going to hold it there. And I want you to listen.
Okay. Now they tell us, okay, after she reviewed the call me. I'll wake up next day. Call her sister like,
Sunday. This when you received the call. Friday night into Saturday morning. Next day Sunday, you received a call around what time approximately?
It's like early in the morning.
7.
Like, I say like 10.
10-ish, 10:30-ish.
She like, they just said they found Kanika and her hair was all over her head.
Was her hair like that when she left the party?
No. I'm like, they just said they found Kanika's body in the freezer and her hair was all over her head. I'm like, she must have tried to put up a fight.
Okay, so.
Why her hair all over her head?
Okay. So, I'm going to touch on that just a little bit. She must have put up a fight. This is why, to me, they got Kanika drunk. They got her under some type of pill, some type, to make her not have her full strength, be in her right mind. So, when they do have to fight Kanika, she's off her game. Because Kanika, to me, seems like a fighter. When I seen the way she talked to Monique and Shamaya, I knew that this girl can fight because she wasn't backing down. It was just a presence about her. Now, I'm one of those old back in the day fighters, so I know a fighter when I see one. And I know that that's why they had to really get her off her game, because when it all went down, they wouldn't have to really deal with her. But let's keep going, because when you catch this, I'm going to stop. When this part comes on, I'm going to stop and I'm going to point it out. Go ahead.
So, you're saying that you feel someone killed her?
Yeah, it's something by her all over her.
You don't think that she, off alcohol, walked herself into a freezer?
If somebody drunk and they tell me something, okay, say she went to the first door, okay, they say it's not no door to the first door, okay, how did she open that second door? She drunk, you weak, you can't open no door, you weak, how? It's not rocket science to see that a drunk person can't open a real strong door. They need civil strong doors, so yeah.
Did you see the freezer yourself?
No.
They said that she might have accidentally took the elevator down to the basement.
Right, I heard his story.
Did y'all hear it? Okay, she said when he asked the question that, Kanika took the elevator down to the basement, she like, yeah, I heard his story. Look at her face afterwards, because she messed up.
Talking about the lower level. What I'm saying.
Let's go back. I'm going to go back.
If somebody drunk and they tell me something, okay, say she went to the first door.
Watch her face when he asked her this question.
How did she open that second door? She drunk, you weak, you can't open no door, you weak, how? It's not rocket science to see that a drunk person can't open a real strong door. They need civil strong doors, so yeah.
Did you see the freezer yourself?
No.
They said that she might have accidentally took the elevator down to the basement.
Right, I heard his story.
Look at her, froze. Because she said, I heard his story, and she slipped. Point blank. Yeah, I heard his story. Who's he? That's why I was mad at Zach TV. Because he didn't catch that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't catch it to be like, you heard his story. Who's he? That only makes sense. That's why, people say Zach TV was in on it. He wasn't. He just did a bad interview. He didn't have nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? He just think he's, the hood interviewer, and he's intelligent. People done told him he's smart, and he just took it to a level where it showed that you need to either go back to school for journalism so you will know how to conduct interviews and know timing, learn how to listen. This is something I need to do too. Organize your body of information so that the story can flow and build itself a case. That's what I need to start doing myself. But back to the story. So you got her that slipped up. Now she's stone-faced. She's not making any eye contact. Her body language is telling everything. She was trying not to slip up, but she did anyway. And that, to me, going with a lot of consistencies, because that night I wrote a lot of stuff down. let's see. Shemaya came back into when it got to the part, oh my gosh, when she was explaining, how they said Kanika was drunk and she laid down for 5 minutes, and then they said that, they came back, Shemaya and Monifa came back to get Kanika, because they said she was so drunk she took a 5-minute nap, and they came to get her, and then they left her out in the house just for a few minutes because, they didn't have her phone. So they went in to gain her phone, and first she said, let me see, it says Irene had Kanika's phone. The music was on Kanika's phone, so playing off Kanika's phone. Both Monifa and Maya left the room with Kanika, but Shemaya came back for the phone. Kanika was asleep 5 minutes, then Monifa came to get her. Monifa and Maya came back in the room for something. It only took 30 seconds. Now, when the something was, they came in for something. When they went back out, they said, we lost her. She's gone. That quick, she lost. And they was all, so that's when, Irene and them will stop playing. She'll be back, just saying she'll be back, thinking, she ain't lost that fast. She'll be back. But the crazy thing about Irene's little testimony, because she also says in this interview that she basically stayed in the room when everybody was leaving, so to make sure nobody was going to steal or take anything. And I thought, that's weird, because you got one girl that was supposedly arrested that used a false credit card to obtain the room. So it would make sense that you even cared about what was missing unless you worked there. That's the big new thing too. Them saying that Irene, she said she never worked at the Crown Plaza or the Rosemont Plaza, the hotel. She did work at that hotel. To me, that was one of another inconsistent story. Basically, why would you care what was stolen out of the room when it was obtained by a stolen or a fraudulent credit card? It wouldn't matter. That wasn't the name that was on the room, so who's getting in trouble? Because you work there, you know the people there, and therefore you didn't want anybody to jeopardize your position, because y'all never thought, y'all not paying the price right now, but you never thought anybody would go after this story so hard to pin it and pinpoint you, Monifa, Bree, Shemaya. The thing that I really hated was how, Irene, this was her stance on it. She basically tried not to put herself in the looking for Kanika. Why wouldn't a friend look for another friend? She left the hotel. You know why a person wouldn't help look for you? Because they know where you at. They know that you're already dead and gone, or you're about to be dead and gone. And I don't want to be an accessory to a crime. So I'm going to leave in case y'all get caught and things go down. I'm a be the person who could say, I left, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. You're going to leave the hotel when they say your friend is missing because you don't believe she's missing? That's bogus. That's just bogus information. But I think we all know this at this point. I think some people need to be reminded because, I'm also going to show this really whack, crazy story that went viral. People have been making up all types of things still about this story that make white people laugh at us and take us as the joke that we can be when we put a lot of rumors in place of facts, a lot of lies and slander and accusations in the place of facts. You just come up with these wild stories. People are no longer, it's no longer really justice for Kanika. It's more like a witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? Let's look in the mama's background. Let's look in the sister's background. Let's look at the boyfriend's background. They're digging up stuff on people that have nothing to do with this murder. Now this is one of those murders that, it has a lot of holes in the story. And for some reason, whatever reason, the police department in that city don't care. Now, it could be just because, you know, I don't know. I don't want to put no spin on it, because I feel like, you know, they just did a poor job and they didn't care. We don't know the explanation why. Why are these people choosing to not get justice for this young, beautiful girl who was obviously murdered by her friends, or set up to be murdered by her friends? We do understand there's more players in it. You got that priest or whatever he was that confiscated the camera. You have, you know, some of her organs that were missing that are, as far as value, were very expensive in value. You know, so how do they all get together, and how does the story all fit in and collaborate with each other? That's the part I want to know. You understand? I want to know. We won't know until somebody, one, confess. And that's not going to happen. You know, people say that Irene and Shamira and, you know, Monifa, they're scared, but they also were participants. They also were participants. Like I said a little while ago, I said, even though they probably were presented this to do this, because she did say he explained his story. And did you see how she froze? Like, oh shoot. Yeah, I'll shoot. You told something, but Zach TV wasn't, you know, listening well to really act up on it, because there's a he in this place. And don't think, you know, I've done a lot of footage and I don't need more footage. That little footage I've shown, I will show it over and over again, because one, we know that there were people in that kitchen with her, because that young lady, look at this, she was saying, it's a female with a ponytail and a nigga with a black jacket. You know, she was seeing people in the hall before, you know, remember that footage from the news in Chicago, the original footage that they switched. And they changed. Well, she got the original, and she hurried up and posted it on YouTube, because, y'all, that's told it all. You know, I don't know if they played the game with her, but I know that footage I showed with Kanika going out in the parking lot. That footage that someone presented to YouTube, that is Kanika going out there with Shamaya and all of them, and then as she returned, because it seemed like they went to a car, which the video doesn't show that, but it seems like she went to a car. And I really want to say that's where Ty and them was, in that car, because when they're coming up that ramp from coming outside, Kanika coming from the outside, she's now walking like the zombie Kanika. She's now, you know, she's not as bad yet. So to me, it hasn't kicked in, but, you know, I'm going to play two videos that let you know. One, she wasn't drunk. Two, you know, Irene says, little do she know she going to be drunk before tonight. Why do Kanika got to be drunk when it's your birthday? You know, and, you know, I have time frames. There was some wonderful ladies who kind of corrected me before I had left and really got sick. They was telling me what UTC time was. And so on one of the footage, I had the time frame wrong. So I had, you know, it was saying like 4 in the morning, but you take it back. 4 in the morning was 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? So I have gathered, you know, that information, because I wanted to clarify. And I want to thank the ladies who sent me that information to get me corrected, because I'm not scared of a little bit of correction. But I'm going to say this. Okay, so that call, and let me go to that, because her text message, and we're going to go back to this 4:35. Again, this is 10 o'clock. You got 10:35:05, we'll just say 4:35:05. So let me turn to this. Y'all remember these messages? I know y'all seen it over and over and over again, but again, we're gonna explain it again. It says, What happened to you? That's 4:30, which is 10:30. It says, what happened to you? Now, it doesn't tell us who's saying this, but, or does it? Let me see. I had wrote a lot down, but it got kind of damaged in my purse, so I'm like, no, but it was like, yes. Okay. Let's see if I can go up against it. So, no, it doesn't. Well, 4:30. I don't know who Favor is. I don't even know if that's a person. But it says, Favor says what up? What happened to you? And then, okay, so the conversation goes on to say, not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kanika and go park her by her house because you didn't even know the bitch had a donut on her car. Okay, so, and then it goes on to say, she in her car and she knew she had a donut on it. She said they see it. Okay. Let me go up so I can stop it at the proper time because that's when it says, yeah, she ain't even tell me. I just noticed it myself and that hotel and Rosemont. I don't want to be driving on a way like that. I'm like, boy, these people need to go to school and stay in it. That's what they need to do. Okay, so when there was one where it called her a dumb bee, and I'm not going to look out for that right now, but there was a text that called Kanika a dumb bee. So I was a little disappointed with that too, because you know why? Anybody, you know how girls, they call each other bees. Now, when I was younger, we used to play that game, but one day that bee word didn't feel right. It was like I had to give a side eye to that bee I was called. I was like, okay, should I fight her, even though this is one of my friends, to let her know don't call me that kind of bee, or stop it all together? And so I stopped it all together because I think calling your friend bee and hoe and all that, that's just downgrading women. You downgrading each other. So to me, there was somebody calling her a dumb bee, and I think it's in the part 2. So I'm gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna show the next video. Let's hope it does. Let's hope part 2 is up there. If not, we'll keep going. It does show a part 2 because this tripped me out once it said dumb bee. I said those are really, to me, fighting words. You know, that's words that you hate somebody. You're not calling them a bee of endearment, like my nigga. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's mean words. You know, you're saying something that's degrading your homegirl, degrading. Yeah, sorry about that. You know how? Okay, so this, we're gonna let this one go. Okay, now I'm almost done because I didn't really confiscate too much information because I don't want this to be long and dragged out. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, and so I just want to bring y'all the facts real quick because, you know, we got New Year's Eve coming up, and so I wanted to make this my last video of the year about a young lady that I'm still wondering what happened to her. But my final conclusion I'll get at too. But let's go to this Monifa video that was discovered. And you know what? Let me see. I forgot to announce Her Divine Light gave the footage I just showed about the texting. That was Her Divine Light. And I want to give homage to her because I don't want to take advantage of the people who work so hard to present this information, because you know what, I'm just a reporter. I had people taunting me about, you know, I'm not finding my own information and all of this. You know what? I'm better at talking. The people that look up all that stuff, woohoo! Kudos to you. Thank you. You're doing a wonderful job. Okay? That's how I'm going. And I'm not mad at you people putting 2 and 2 together that I'm not getting my own footage because, you know, a lot of reporters don't get their own footage, okay? They get the footage that was given to them and they report the news. Wake up. So we're going to go to this new Irene video that it comes from Meek and Jimmy, which I love Meek and Jimmy's page. Can I just interject right quick a little information? Meek, I know you probably ain't never seen my video or never watched my video, but you know, I'm gonna say this: the introductory to your song that you had on your video a couple of months ago, it fits so well with all what your video is about. It was a bomb song. The song you got now on there, it's nice, but I think you can close with that song. You need to put that other song back on there. And, you know, I support you. Good job on your music. When you got a girl, the feeling is reckless. So, big ups to Meek and Jimmy's show or YouTube. Check them out. Awesome couple. That accent, that twang, all of that beautiful. But let's get back to the Irene video, okay? So this video really does indicate that, you know, Irene, Miss Commander Irene, because to me, she's the leader of the pack. You know, everybody's looking at her. Irene, so you know she's Lord of the Rings over here. She's Miss Tough Bunny. And so she's definitely running things. So just listen to what she has to say. And I'm going to have to start it over because... No. Let's see. Let's start it over. Listen up.
Yeah. I'm not drunk, so you can stop trying to play that. Who laying drunk? Kanika trying to lay that. I'm drunk. You see her phone, man? You know, she's gonna be getting drunk.
Did you hear? You know, Monifa one got her and said, you know, she trying to label, Monifa said, she trying to label me as drunk. And then Irene says, little do she know she's about to be that drunk. See, that sounds like a setup. It sounds like somebody who's forcing another person to be under the influence when they don't want to be. Whether it's convincing her to drink or trying to put a cup in her hand or doing something against the girl's will to get her intoxicated or at some kind of level where she's under an influence of a drug or liquor or whatever it is. She knows that she's about to do something that Kanika ain't ready for. That's basically what she said. You know, now let me go to Monifa. And you hear Kanika in the background saying, basically saying this. I'm not messing with you, Monifa. You're drunk. I'm not giving you the time of the day. You know, and that's when I guess it hurt her little, Monifa I'm talking about, it hurt her little feelings. And she went and ran and told Irene. She said, I'm drunk. You know, and I ain't even drunk. And, you know, Irene then says, little do she know she's about to be that drunk. Check it out, Monifa. Let me get you started.
Dog ain't drunk. I'm just enjoying myself. Hey, Kanika. Check it out right quick.
Okay, let me pause it for her.
I'm trying to show you.
She said, hey, Kanika. And Kanika said, what? Like, I'm so sick of y'all. She said, what? You know what I'm saying? Now, I do have some information on some of them text messages because I went all back through. And once they told me that what UTC was like a 6-hour difference, I went through all the text messages. And one of them, around 12 something, showed that Kanika was ready to go. Kanika was ready to go. And, you know, if y'all noticed, they had all of Kanika's phone. They had her keys. It's like they was keeping her hostage. They didn't want her to leave. You know what I'm saying? That's why they had all her items. And Kanika being a grown little girl, I don't see why she let them have all that information from her. I mean, you know, I'm not giving nobody my keys. And you straight up ain't getting my phone. I'll be like, what you need my phone for? Like, I'll be asking questions. Why? I know they gave her some lame story because, let me tell y'all something. First of all, these are so-called. Monifa is a day one, so she put some trust in Monifa. Monifa ain't gonna kill me. It's my day one. My day one always gonna have my back through up and down, right? That's what you would think. But see, for some reason, her day one's turned on her. Jealousy is always a factor. It's always gonna play a card in the game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody reported that, and they probably shouldn't have reported this, but they reported that her father had died and left her $100,000. Left her some money. So, I mean, she looked nice. It don't look like money was ever an option. She tried to keep a job as a young lady. She didn't have any children, you know, and she had it going on. Pretty little girl. Pretty little girl. And her friends set her up to be killed. Now I'm about to wrap this up because my last situation, like I said, is with people. People throwing rocks at this family and not caring how they affect this family. The only reason why I can talk about this part is because I've been through this part. You know, and people put that little sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That's a lie. Words, first of all, people will kill your character to the point where people won't even respect you. You know, and doors will get closed for you. People won't want to deal with you and mess with you. And that's, to me, the attack that's on this family. Set up by Satan, but that's another story. Some of y'all ain't ready for that. But it's an attack on this family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the mother really is a Christian, you know, but if not, she needs to get in total prayer. Why a lot of people can't help her is because they say they're one thing, but they're another. That old Jedediah Brown and all of them, they didn't even know how to put corporate prayer together, except, prayer to where they're moving mountains. They didn't even know how to put that together and come before God. They was too busy. You know what I'm saying? We all try to defend ourselves, but they was too busy doing that. If they would have been more about prayer and doing, they would have been blocking all that other stuff out the way because, I mean, proven fact, God would have been so on the brain, he would have been moving things or putting them together. But this last video, when I show it, it just really irked me. I just don't know where people's head is. Justifying themselves, allowing this family and allowing this mother. They're tearing this mother apart. She's a strong lady. I should have showed this footage where Monifa went to the funeral and, you know, she waited to hug Teresa, the mother of Kanika. And the thing that I was looking for, like, if y'all look up Monifa hugging Teresa, Google it, you gonna see what I'm saying. Monifa is waiting for the mama to roll her eyes or do something evil on me, and Teresa never did. She never retaliated in that moment. I thought that was mighty big of her because I couldn't have done it. I would have been telling her, get away from me. How dare you show up? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you killed my daughter. There's no ifs, ands about this murder. You can look at that interview with Zach TV, and there's so many inconsistencies in that story. It's so many things that don't make sense what she was saying. Because if we go back, you know, with facts, it just crumbles up her story, and it's, you can spit on it. But back to the funeral. Now, she kept looking at the mom to see her reaction. And her reaction was just this, full of love. Full of love. And I was like, that's the way you do it, Teresa. People may be putting you down. You may never see this video. People may be putting you down, putting your name in the mud. But remember, that's Satan attacking your family. You have to, you know, overcome with prayer. Nothing's going to get you out of this but talking to God and praying to him consistently, because the devil is strong in Chicago. He has a strong ability to move and run rapid and be reckless, because Chicago is full of people whose heart conduct and devise evil on a daily basis. So evil is able to run rapid in that city. I lived in a city where evil was able to run rapid. People were just gutter. Omaha, and I don't live there anymore, but Omaha was a place where it has money. It will help its people. And people, to me, don't have a reason to act like they ghetto and gutter, because, it's a rich city. It has resources. If you want to go to school, it has the resources to put you in school. If you really want a job, it may not always be the job that you want, but it has jobs for you. But I think people put themselves in a position where they don't want to be respected. They don't want to earn an honest living. They want to take the easy way out and act uneducated and ignorant and gutter and hood. That, they don't want to, they want to have a mediocre life that just puts them in a position to be thug life. And that's what, to me, Chicago and Omaha got a lot in common. It's just that Chicago is 10 times what Omaha try to be, want to be, or is. Bottom line. But let me get to this. And y'all probably seen it on y'all Facebook about the crazy stripper and the claims. Where this chick lost me is when she started talking about the mama not being the mama. But let's go to the crazy stripper's little rant and rave in her allegations, her false allegations. Let's keep that clear. You had so many people in the comments, I believe it though. Now she gonna be a target. Now they gonna be after her. Who gonna be after her? Let me tell you something about people in Chicago. They don't have to be after nobody, because there's so many stories. Where's the truth? I can present my opinion to you. I can't even make them factual. I can show them in a factual way. But I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I can only use the information that we have and try to put certain facts together. And that's just all I'm saying. Now, we're going to listen to Bat Crazy, because she's bat crazy. I don't care what nobody say. I have a whole thread talking to some chick, and the fact that I mentioned she was a crazy stripper, all they really took. I said, let's don't make this about being stripping. Let's don't make my comment about stripping. Let's make it about somebody not speaking facts. Once a person lie in one part of the story, you have to speculate and make the whole story suspicious. How can you believe any part of the story when you find out one part of the story is off the scale? And let me go ahead and let you in. Now, what she say sounds okay, but it's some stupidity things in there to make it sound dumb. Here we go.
Every day, all of a sudden, she disappears. So let me tell you what they did. They tricked Kanika and told Kanika they were going to kill Antonia at the hotel. She was supposed to get a lump sum of money for the organs. So the real Kanika thought she was about to get paid off, but they ended up killing her ass off too, because she was young and her body was more valuable. So basically, yeah, Kanika was at the hotel, but not on the 9th. She was there on the 6th. She got drunk. She got there early in the daytime. She got drunk. Her friend Monifa, once she was drunk, took her to the cremation place. And when she went to the cremation place, it was the mom, the fake sister, and the big dogs and the higher-ups. They took her ass out, bro. Bam, no more Kanika. Mutilated her body, took all of her organs, no more Kanika. Alright, now we need somebody to put in the cast.
Okay, did y'all hear what she just said? Now, I would have went smooth, kind of. I probably would have thought about it if she wouldn't have said the fake mama and the fake sister. Y'all, don't y'all know, Kanika and her mama look just alike? There's footage with Kanika and her mother interacting as mother and daughter. Okay? So let's stop calling this child's mother a fake mother to Kanika. This is where she lost me. And this is where I was like, okay, this chick is crazy. I've heard snippets of the story and people putting, you know, these other young ladies that died that night, and within the time frame, they put these other women, put them all together. And they favor, maybe somebody got a fetish, I don't know. But I'm going to say this, that alone made me say, this chick is bat crazy. If you watch the whole video, because this is let's see. And I'm going to have to go back and give homage to the girl, whoever it was that had Kanika, Monifa's video and Irene's video. I'm going to do that in a minute. I don't want to not give you the respect you're due. But this particular footage is from Glow Navy Future. Now, you can just put up crazy stripper on Kanika case and it'll flop right up on YouTube, and you can then watch the entire thing, or you can go to Glow Navy Future's page and then you can look at it from that page. Either way, you know, please go to her page and see what's going on. Okay, so, and then let me go back to Monifa's. It says, listen to Kanika Jenkins. Was she over Monifa and the hotel party? And that was from Meek and Jimmy. I did give them respect on both those videos of Monifa and Irene giving a little quick testimony about Kanika's status of drunkenness. And so this little chick, this little stripper who gave her testimony, and then she says she can back it up because she has footage. I wish she would have been sharing the footage while she was talking. Show evidence. I need receipts. I don't need you just talking out the top of your dome on, you know, to me, people are going viral for their craziness, their stupidity. And, you know, again, I'm going to tell y'all don't know how y'all hurting somebody. Thank God it looked like Teresa is a strong person, and I don't know if she is or isn't. Because once you get home and close that door and you sitting in the dark by yourself, you don't know what a person is processing. This is way too much. There's no way this lady can ever just really jump on social media and have to hear all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's good to keep Kanika alive. I am a firm believer. If you have people out there, because I'm going to be honest, I do not think this case is going to be solved within this decade. I'm being serious, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you have people in Rosemont that are in position that have been leaders of that, you know, community, that until they die off and new people are represented in those places, this will never be resolved. Now, I had just a feeling or a vision that there's some little kid out there, and I've said this before, there's a little kid out there who see either their mama or the way their family responded to the story, and they felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to remember that, and this is what's going to form them to either go to school, be an investigator, or something that's going to be important to be able to resolve this case. It's going to take years. Hopefully some of us will live to see it, but we may not. But this case is going to be on the heart and mind of somebody, and they're going to dig this case up. Now, there's a lot of directions this case is going because you have so much YouTube foolishness. Some people really doing some great work as far as investigation, and then some people really taking it to the extreme and taking the investigation or the information a whole different direction. You know what I'm saying? People are getting paid off of this, and so this is good money. That's why I think people are saying whatever they feel like saying about this case, because they gotta keep the coins coming. It's pretty good, obviously. I just say to Teresa's mother, be strong. Be strong. This has not been an easy year for her, I'm sure. With all the rumors and the lies, don't be troubled. If you didn't know God then, I know that you know him now. And the fact that, what's done is done, and you may not ever live to see justice for your child, know that God is justice. He's not going to let nothing go without being exposed. And when God does it, it's going to be thoroughly done. You hear me? It's going to be thoroughly done. Now, there's no way God never said you can't come to him and he can't solve it. It could have even been in the works of never being solved. But the fact of the matter, when we ask God, sometimes he shifts the atmosphere for us. Feel me? Okay, so I'm going to let this go. It was good to see y'all again. It was good to, just come and share my thoughts, my knowledge, and my opinion. And I just hope that everybody have a happy new year. Be safe. Females in Chicago, I suggest y'all stay in. But that's not a safe city for you. But bring the new year in. Hey, I'm going to church. I love to bring my new year in with God. And be safe. It's going to be cold in some places. Somebody might not even get out. If so, be amongst real friends. Be amongst people that love you. And just be safe and make your new year. Pray about everything. You know what I'm saying? And everything that hurt you or turned your life around this year, you know what to do for next year. So I don't think I have to tell you. You got it down packed on lock. And New Year's resolutions, throw that in the trash. Just do it. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye.